good time. Don't mind me just taking a phone call here in the middle of a speed run here. Thanks, Mom. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Hey, y'all. What's going on? I hope y'all didn't hear me answer a personal call because someone decided to call me right now. So, airplane mode and vibrate. Let's all go. And here we go, you all. It is time for Resident Evil 3. This is not the remake. This is the demake of the remake right here. It's better than the original one, the new one. Alrighty, so here we go. OG Resident Evil 3, better known in the Taiwanese version as Biohazard. Alrighty. Before the show, we drew numbers to see who would start the game, and someone in the Discord chose to play with outfit number 6. So this is the original mode of the game. Heavy mode, which is hard mode, because I'm just good like that. No, I'm not. I might get bodied. And we're gonna play on outfit number 6. This is the Taiwanese version of the game. This is not Chinese. I don't know what it says honestly, but I just know where the options are. I need to click. Alrighty. So time is gonna start right when we see fire on the screen. That is when the game timer starts. So everyone in chat ready? I hope so. Let's go. So I will let you know when time happens.
It all began as an ordinary
Let's
day.
let you all see a little lore here.
An ordinary day in Raccoon City.
You
a
know.
city controlled by Umbrella.
Umbrella.
No one dared to oppose them. And that lack of strength
Yes.
would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to
Look at that
suffer
frame
consequences
rate.
of their actions. But there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight.
Don't worry, I got your back, Jill.
It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing.
Nothing. All right, y'all. Time is going to start when we see the fire and you hear the sound of fire. So I will tell you when to go
My last escape.
right after this fade out. And 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, who cares? I'm starting the timer anyway. And wait for it. Go. All right, let's go, you all. Resident Evil 3, Biohazard 3. So here we go. Good luck to me, and let's hope we don't die, as I'm wearing my pearls now. So we start off in this little alleyway, which is kind of typical RE, you know, tight quarters. And we have a little cutscene here. So the whole goal is, you know what's going on. RE3, there is this T-virus or whatever's going on. Everybody's turned to zombies, and I gotta get up out of here. We don't know how many survivors are out there, but I know Jill is one of them. Nice pixels, by the way.
September 20th.
Now, one thing about this game is on a ton of platforms, from the PlayStation to the Cube and whatnot. Again, this is the PC version of the game, Taiwanese specifically. There's an English version and a Japanese version, Chinese, should I say. One thing you immediately notice is that we were able to skip the traditional door loading scenes in this one. So we can save a lot of time. See, watch this. We can just skip right past that stuff. So obviously from playing it on other platforms, you're saving tons of time on that alone. Alrighty. Again, we are using tank controls here, you know, unlike a certain remake, but we won't mention anything about that. Basically, that sign just told me that, hey, I have no more further use of this key. Do you want to get rid of it? And all that stuff. So RE3 is known for its RNG, and it's coming up right now, the first instance of RNG. I want this to open up, which it does. If that does not open up, then we have to actually open and walk back. Now, the reason I'm actually walking back and forth is because it puts the zombies outside where I have a chance to get past them. This is known as a very heavy reset point in this game. We have to get down here in the basement and grab the shotgun and the lighter fluid. That's not what I wanted him to do there. So we're going to equip the shotgun and blow his head off. As such. The other guy came downstairs. I guess he wanted to play too. Now we gotta get out of here and hopefully not get grabbed. Wow, they both were over there. They were not social distancing. I'm just saying here. So we get past the first awful part of the run already. And so now that we have our shotgun, again, in Resident Evil 3, decapitations will instantly kill them. You don't have to worry about them no more. So as you can see, games go so much faster when there's no loading. So we're going to go down here and go into this bar. Watch out for him. So we got a little cutscene here. We're going to skip the cutscenes here because they go fast. Oprah apparently is not happy about me skipping cutscenes here. So we're going to go over here. Don't worry. I told Oprah to hold on. She needs a loan, apparently. Funds were in dry, even for the richest woman in the world, apparently. So now we have the lighter. We have the lighter and the lighter fluid. Dude, I don't even know how long it would reduce it, man. We're talking about probably at least a few minutes overall. So we have another RNG portion. This little gate can break at any given time. I want it to break, honestly, not that early. So we're going to combine our lighter and our fluid. We're going to back up so we don't get grabbed by the zombies. And walk back in and go right through it. Alrighty, so watch out for the fire dogs. And then we're going to take a nice little short journey and we're going to go into our Raccoon Police Department. But first, our cutscene. Here's our first instance of Nemesis, and of course we have two options: to fight the monster or run inside. And of course, I'm scared, so. All right, so into the police department, a very familiar thing if you play RE2. Now again, one thing about this game, it is very, very RNG heavy. Okay, like this room, the zombie could be right in front of me, or it could be nowhere on screen. And our first instance of RNG is coming up right here. Here's our first little thing here. So in here is going to be a crystal that we need to get here. 4312. There are 4 possible solutions here. And of course, you know, knowing me based on what happened earlier, none of them are going to work. So we're going to go 0513. Again, fourth one again. Now, just like in RE, there are places you can go to find out the solutions, but in the speed runs, you just brute force it. Usually after too many attempts, you just reset. So coming up here is another RNG hallway. Again, the position of the zombies is not static. It's a couple of patterns it can give you. Now, infamously, what we really want to see coming up here is our first major gun. And we don't want to have the Magnum. We want the grenade launcher. But first, we're going to grab our lockpick, walk out, and hopefully we get grenade launcher. Yes! Victory! The run's over. Next streamer. Let's go. No, so we definitely wanted that there. If we don't get that there, we can get it a little bit later in the run. It'll show up somewhere else. But speaking of showing up somewhere else, guess who's about to pop up? My main man, Nemi. But I'm not stressed about him right now. We're going to grab this little jewel here. And now we're going to leave the police station, but Nemesis is going to be on my tail. So Nemesis, unfortunately, depending on how the RNG of that room goes, if the zombie is not on the floor, you can just go right by it. Because I'm playing this a little bit safer, we're going to go over here and grab one of these just to get ourselves out of caution. Again, that room is RNG based when you first enter. All right, so we're going to get ourselves back up to full health. Fun fact in this game, the way the game is programmed, your character has 200 HP. Alrighty. Using a single green herb gives you 50, 2 together gives you 100, and using 3 combined gives you full health. Alright, once you get to 100 HP, you're put in caution. You move a little bit slower and all that cool stuff, and once you go to 20 or below, you're in danger. And danger is when I have my stanky leg, as I call it. My leg is dragging behind me. Now notice there's no green herbs there. In RE3, a lot of things are placed either, if you don't see them in one spot, then they're going to be in another spot. So when we get to a statue, we're going to see a lot of green herbs behind us because you don't see them there. The blue herbs, for those who don't know, in this game they fix you from being poisoned. Okay. There are some things that can poison you here. We're gonna put away our lockpick right now, and a handgun. We don't care about that either. All right. I meant to put away the this. Just playing a little bit more safe right now. Wait, did I put away the lockpick? I did not mean to put away the lockpick, BigJon. You know, all this stuff is just wearing me down here. All right, let's go. So again, as you can see, you just reverse the game just plays so much faster just because you can skip door transitions. Now, generally speaking, for optimal things, you have to wait just to like a few frames before you skip a save room. Those are they're like fast skips and slow skips, but so I'm gonna move that mouse off my gameplay. All right, so coming up next is this. We're gonna try to go behind him and watch out for this one. Oh, perfect. So now we're gonna use that lockpick that I almost forgot to not keep. And we're gonna pick up our fire hook, which we're gonna use immediately right here. So here's another split decision screen.
How did he find
One
me?
option is to stay above and fight the monster with Carlos. The other option is to go down in the basement, which is where I'm going.
This way.
Alrighty. Yeah, exactly, Creeping. Yeah, from the console games, it's night and day between the speed of the game. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna escape out with the help of Carlos boosting me up. Alrighty. So now we're gonna get ready. Enemies have been changed a little bit, so now we're gonna body him. Pew. And we ain't gotta worry about him no more. So now we're gonna work on getting out this first kind of area of the game. So we're gonna head over to the newspaper area to grab the second of the jewels we need to escape this section. Now, one thing that's kind of funny is that in the Taiwanese version, these little step ladders are translucent, so you can actually see through them. It's kind of funny. Shouts out to DirectX 6, working hard here. So we're gonna push this thing 11 times in order to access this control panel. This will open up, turn on this little panel to my right, and allow me to open the shutter. Incoming scary. Whoa. Alrighty. So one thing about this game is certain things show up based on how you play it. Previous routes of this game used to grab the crank early, which would cause Nemesis to spawn here. Instead, we got a big guy. So we're gonna run here, grab this, and hurry and get out, and hopefully not get grabbed. Nice, we out. So you gotta go fast. You gotta, yeah. I'm bad. You know, we're using tank controls here, so. All right, so now we're going to head up out of here, and now we're going to take and deposit these 2 jewels into this little device here and head to our next section. So we're going to put in the green here, and then put in the blue, and we're going to open this gate and head over to the park. Well, not the park, but the city hall area, should I say. Alrighty. So there's nothing here right now. Looks kind of safe, right? So we're going to make our way to the left part. And of course, you know, in RE, you know, tons of backtracking, obviously. Now, these zombies here, whether or not they're active is random as well. Generally, they don't become active until you come back. But they are already wakey. So coming up on the next screen, we can have dogs or zombies. And we have zombies, which we will just use our explosive barrels and take them out. Dogs are much easier because they don't have to worry about them down here. But down here, we're just going to take care of these. And gonna worry about them. Everybody plops to their doom. So here we go. Our next session. Here's my main man, Nikolai, who is unfortunately got a little bodied.
Jill, put this on.
And he is giving me a brand new piece of outfit here. So now I can carry 2 more inventory items. So a maximum total now of 10. A hip pouch. Okay. So now we're going to head back. So basically what I needed off that was the wrench. Okay. We picked up the wrench off that cart, which we're going to need a little bit later. Alright. So now you see those green areas there. We may get them depending on how my health goes. So now we're going to play backtrack. And of course, enemies are now awake now. So I don't like you, so We're gonna just put your head off. And we're gonna watch where we step here. And just kind of bob and weave, bob and weave. And coming up next is going to be this. So aim up and go for a triple. You got a double here. Bump it, why not? Whoops. No, I didn't even attempt to dodge them. Anyway, you see those green herbs? I told you we're going to see 3 green herbs here because we didn't get them later or didn't see them earlier. So we're going to watch our step here. I want to get them out of the way. And I love how that went past him and hit the guy behind. I found that to be quite hilarious. Anyway, we're going to take that little stone tablet we got, and we're going to play a little switcheroo. But first, Carlos is going to scream. Here it comes. No! Yeah. Someone got paid thousands of dollars to say, no! So we're going to run all the way down this little corridor here, and we're going to take that stone tablet we got, and we're going to place one and grab another one as a result. Whoops, we're not going to open up the map here. So this actually is blocked off initially until you put the first one down. And just to be a little safe here, you know, because I'm playing Big J Wood strats here, we're going to pick up some help. Yeah, we're not saving anywhere, okay? Let me tell you what, it was a glorious day when I beat this game for the first time without any saves. I felt accomplished. So anyway, we're going to take the other one and run behind. We're going to aim up here and body him. Maybe. Cool. Now, this guy will not grab you. Whenever a zombie is on the steps, they don't grab you. They only puke at you. Yeah, it's a really bad Chipotle. So on this particular screen, you can either get dogs or Alfred Hitchcock's ravens, which we got them. So now we're going to take this one. Oh, we didn't kill him, actually. He wasn't completely dead. So we're going to play a little switcheroo here, and I don't like him, so we're just going to body him. Cool. Cool, cool. And pick up Big J battery. All right. So, of course, you can't have a Resident Evil game without some kind of battery, it seems. So now we're going to take that battery and go back almost the same. We're going to run behind him. Broke his ankles. And we're going to make a left turn. Well, her right, should I say. And we're going to take that battery now and go to a new path for the game here. So we're just going to go to this door here. To our new area where we have just watch out here and just climb the staircase with him in my way and watch out. Oh my god, no, that's my spleen. Alrighty, so next screen we have tons up. We're going to try to hug the cars and get by them all if possible. Okay, this is the bad RNG. Sometimes they're all gathered up by the front, and they weren't that time. That's bad RNG. Which means, because we have a red herb here, I'm actually going to combine this red and green I got earlier. A red and green will give you full health. Okay. So here we go. So next up is going to be our little puzzle here. It's a little math puzzle. You see the numbers there? You're going to take the number 5 and either add or remove based on if you choose the top or the bottom. So we're going to do up, down, down, down. So, and by doing that, it opens the left door, which will allow me to grab the fuse. Okay, if I had not gotten the rocket launcher or the grenade launcher, I would actually open up the right one as well. It would be placed there. So we have another option, which is either to electrocute the fence or escape out the back door. And because I'm Big J Wuss, I'm running for my life. And speaking of running, there's someone who's going to be running behind me for a little while. And that's my main man, Nemesis. So we're just going to run here. And he's going to be following me through a few screens now for a while. So you can always tell when the music kicks in that he's active. Listen closely for the music. Any music? Oh, he didn't spawn that time. Wow. I'm shocked. So probably because I double dipped in the room, I actually changed up the route a little bit. So he actually normally chases you here, but again, when you make certain movements, it kind of changes how the game operates. So we're gonna put down the stuff we don't need anymore. And here we go. So we're gonna watch out for Fido and Vanessa here. Bad doggy, bad doggy. So again, we're playing a little backtracking in typical fashion because what we now have allows us to go to another part of the map. And this time we're gonna run all the way. What do I have here? I'll check my inventory for a second here. Okay, we're cool. So we're gonna run all the way down here with the wrench that we acquired, and we're gonna go play Fire Lady. Because what Resident Evil player doesn't need to have a fire hose with them at any given time? So, all right, so we're gonna unscrew that and go in this close by door. We're gonna watch out for these guys. I hope he doesn't swipe my ankles. Cool. Okay, so coming up next is another RNG portion of the run. We have a puzzle, a computer. Oh, I went too far. Whoops. You gotta make sure you don't run past your hitboxes here. Yeah, they did. Soul Survivor. Strong birds, ain't they? So coming up is our computer puzzle here. Now, there are three possible solutions. Either Sasprin, which is the most common option, usually 2 out of 3 times is Sasprin, or Aquacure or Adravil. Now, there is a video you can watch to get the answer, but obviously in a speed run, you don't do that. Ow, it hurts. So here we go. Let's go play keyboarding skills here. So we're going to try Sasprin because it's the most common one. By the way, what kind of keyboard layout is this? And of course, it's not going to be Sasprin. So this is what every speedrun of this game dreads, because you usually brute force all your puzzles because you already know all the solutions. And you just pray you get number 1 because it takes time to go check. All right. So anyway, we're going to go in there and hopefully we can get out in one piece. So in here is the oil additive, and of course you know what happens when we leave. We actually have gunpowder B in here, so I'm actually going to take one of these for later. And you know what happens now. So we're going to attempt to just brute force our way out of here. We have magic. Did we see we have magic? I've been playing too much Link to the Past. We have magic. Anyways, we're gonna just go around. We're gonna get grabbed by this guy and just get up out of here. So remember, I'm not worried about my health because I combined this earlier, so we got full health now. Oh no! Oh no! The leap! I got love from. Oh, they love me so much. Anyways, y'all, as I get grabbed there, yeah, that sometimes happens, unfortunately. So now we're going to make our way back now that we have the oil additive. And we only have a couple more pieces of the puzzle to get here in order to basically get to the next part of the map. Come on now, y'all got to stop. Alrighty. So we're still on fine. We're at 160 out of 200 health, so we're doing good. So again, we're headed back now. So the next step is to grab a power cable. This is all stuff to fix that train I was at earlier when I got the hip pouch. So we're going to reach in here with no fear of getting shocked to death. But first, you know how it works. So we have an option either to go down and fall down a hole, whatever it is, or just climb up. And of course, I'm just going to climb up. I'll let you all see what happens. Yes, that dramatic cutscene. Woo. Anyways, as we continue, we're just going to head over here and I'm going to put this down actually. We'll deal with that later. All right, so we're going to head to our next section map, but first we're going to pick up some ammo. Oh, come on, my man Wonder Woman me. All right, we're just going to run through all these guys and gals. All right, so again, we're kind of backtracking. So we're going to go back to that little intersection we saw past where I got the battery. Except this time we're gonna go to the right. All right, and I'm not gonna forget the crank this time. So this crank right here, you normally got earlier. And when you get this earlier, remember when that big guy was when I got that last jewel? It causes Nemesis to be there, which I mentioned earlier. So we're gonna wait just a tad here. Let's go, I ain't scared. So we need the crank and the wrench combined in order to get past this last little initial area. Here we go. Yeah, again, those only spawn depending on which route you took. So as you can see, there's a lot of items involved, and there's no set order you have to do them in. You may have to get one or two before others, but you know, that's kind of how it works. So we're gonna take our crank and, oh no! That's all good. We're gonna use the wrench to finish it out. So slow and steady wins the race, and will open up the shutter, allowing me to go in. And of course, it's going to allow me to discard that because I don't need the wrench anymore. So we're going to grab an A. This is gunpowder A. We're going to use that a little bit later. But now we're going to play a little game of lights out. So in lights out, whatever buttons you press, the state on the ones opposite it swap. So you need to, the goal is to get the illuminated letter by itself. And CBA, that was a really easy pattern there. The fastest pattern, honestly. So that will give us the machine oil, pick up the nearby first aid, and now we're gonna go back to the train and get up out of this section and make our way to the next part of the game. So as the whole world sounds like it's ending behind me, let's go. Surely there's not going to be any issue getting there, right? Right?
Stars.
So we're just going to speed shoes right past him. And let's go. He's big and it's slow. All right, so these guys are still active, so we're going to bob and weave behind him, bob and weave here, cut behind him, walk across his legs, and let's go. Yo, what's going on, my friend? ESA said, well, thank you, my friend. Glad you saw it. Because now I'm playing RE3. Now, because my health is a little bit low, I'm actually going to pick these up. Oh, wait, I can't. We'll be all right. I got a first aid. We're fine. So here's a scary part because my guy from Tremors is here. You know, so what do you do? We're falling down here, so we have to use the ladders to get us out of here. So we're going to wait until I hear them. Then we're going to run to this one and then run over here and hit this really quickly before we get hit. All right, we're good. So if you get hit by him, he does 30 damage, and usually you always get hit 2 times because he kind of shoves you forward and hits you immediately again. So we're gonna get to our train now and put all this stuff together. So we're gonna take our machine oil and the additive and put that in there. Then we're gonna add in the power cable. And lastly, the fuse. And that gives us everything we need now to proceed forward. And of course now we're skipping a lot of stuff here because of the cutscene skips. So basically something's not working. I go check on it. And of course my KO's all jacked up and surprise, there's Nemesis. This is an optional fight here, so I'm just gonna bounce and go to the best cutscene in the game.
No, the brakes are out.
The brakes are out. And now our Star Trek fake motion, the best part of the game. So we're gonna choose to basically what anybody would do. Jump off a moving train.
It's useless.
I applaud how she just leaned over. Oh my. So she done bodied herself, done gave her a headache and whatnot, and we make our way to the next part of the game, the clock tower area. Alrighty. But guess what? There's some dead zombies in the fire. Of course. So we're not going to worry about them. We're just going to go right over here to my left, grab this key behind whoever that lady is. The bottom part of the key, and now we're out of here. All right, so we are now in the clock tower, and coming up next is my man. So Carlos is going to give me some freeze rounds, which you need. It is RNG whether or not there's actually ammo on the table beside of me. This time it's not there. Alrighty. So the first thing we're gonna do is head across the room because there was no gunpowder in that room. We're gonna have gunpowder in 2 rooms from now. Well, not this room, but the room after. Okay, so we're gonna get to combining here. We got A's and B's on the floor here. So we got an A there. We're gonna pick up these 2. So what happens is math. A plus B equals C. That's how math works. So we're gonna take these 2 together. That A, this B, combine it with these each other, combine it with grenades, and now we have even more ammo. And bam, bizzle. So the next fight is going to be our first required nemesis fight of the game. You cannot skip it. You have to do it. Okay, it's the first one in the game so far. But first, more zombies. Alrighty. As I go the wrong way here. All right, so coming up next is what RE3 is known for. It's RNG puzzles. So coming up, so our next is the music box puzzle. Now, depending on what platform you play in, the solution will be different and whatnot. On this particular version of the game, you're gonna see 6 dials, A, B, C, D, E, F. And the solution on this version is always up, down, up, up, down, up. Up meaning it's close to the center. Down means it's towards the perimeter of this kind of the circle here. The solution is the same. The RNG part is where the pegs start from. And this is not the best RNG here. So we're gonna move. You better jam. So even though this is in Taiwanese, we know the options from left to right are basically up, down, next, previous, and cancel. So this is really bad RNG. This is not the best. The worst being 6 changes or 5 changes. So we're gonna go next and play. Yeah, if you played the remake, not to spoil, but there are some things you will probably not see in the remake, and yeah. So once I do this solution and it sounds amazing, we're gonna grab the other part of the key here. So now we have both parts of the key. We're gonna combine that and already have it done. And back we go. But guess who? So we're gonna be presented with 2 options again. This time we're gonna choose the top option, which is to shove him off the banister. And suddenly it's broken. I know. That scene has been edited for broadcast. I would have to make the estimate a little bit higher if we showed all the cutscenes. I'm so sorry. Because I'm an amateur at this game, obviously. What's up, Maura? How you doing? So what we're going to do now is actually use that key we just got to go this path. All right, we got to be careful here because now we actually have spiders, and spiders can poison us, that was really close here. We're going to glance at that clock. You see it says 11 o'clock right now? This particular puzzle has 6 possible setups, and by glancing at the time when there's nothing over there, you can know what the solution will be. So we're gonna pick up these 3 items here, these 3 jewels, amethyst, obsidian, and crystal. And we're gonna put amethyst here on the end. Okay, basically placing these will either add or remove time from the center clock. The goal being making the center clock say 12 o'clock. And we've done that, and of course, we have been handsomely rewarded with a gear. Yay. Now that we have that, we go back. Alright, and on our way back, we're actually gonna pick up some we're gonna pick up these grenade rounds and that dead webbed body over there. And now it's time for our required fight. Okay, what's my health like right now? Okay, we're all right. So we're gonna now do our first required fight in the game here. All right, so we're gonna go back up the ladder we just came from earlier. And over here on the side is gonna be the other gear. And now we're gonna do a little combination platter here. So we're gonna go here, swap out this for that, put these 2 together and use it. So we basically swapped out our regular grenades for our frost grenades, our frost rounds, combined the 2 gears together, put it in, and now that sound means time is running out and I cannot give the wheel a final spin. So now it's time to fight Nemesis here. This is a required fight, and we're just going to mash. To be safe, I'm going to use my first aid now because grenade, rocket to the head does a lot of damage. Yeah, like that. All right, so he's going to fall down, and I'm going to walk to him and just hit him in the face. And he is going to be dead. All right, there we go.
Jill.
Yeah, so you have to be careful, man, because if you get hit by 3 rockets, you're dead. GG.
October 1st, night. I woke
Hey,
up to the sound
you're going to have to
of
ask the
fireworks.
guys at Capcom for
I
this.
can't believe I'm still alive.
So right now, Jill has gotten infected. She is poisoned. She is slowly turning into a mutant monsterette. And it's now time for Carlos to get the stuff to fix her. So we're going to go over here and play our Carlos segment. So we're going to go over here and kill this zombie and make our way to the door. Yeah, 1 rocket does like 60 damage. So once you 60 to 100, depending on how close you are, it's kind of like proximity based. If you're right in his face, ow, it can do more. Ow, come on now. I know I'm cute and all, but dang. So we're gonna now kind of backtrack where Jill came from, except we're gonna go back in the back and push this bell out the way. Shouts out to Philly, and we're gonna head into the hospital, where anyone knows that there is a interesting enemy that makes his debut now in this game. This scene is censored in the Taiwanese version. So if you play the Japanese version, you'll actually see his head of the zombie plop off on the ground, which is kind of cool, honestly, but not so much here. All right, so now that we're in the hospital, the first thing we gotta do is grab this tape recorder because we have to have access to this elevator, which is actually restricted. So first we're gonna turn it on, and now we're gonna play it.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However,
now, as we begin to do this part, it is RNG heavy. We don't know what will spawn. We could have hunters or zombies or nothing. So let's see what happens first. So we have nothing here. So that means that we may potentially have hunters down in the basement. So there's a cutscene here we're going to skip for broadcast, and we're going to first of all grab a key. Now, after this is another puzzle. This is one of the infamously most hated puzzles. It's basically a 50-50 gamble. And you know what? I'm just going to show you firsthand how it is. I'm going to show you what you do in a Go for World Record speedrun. So there's this lovely file cabinet here, which is also translucent. You have to push this into one of the 4 corners, knowing that you have to have access to the drawers. So because they're on that side, it's in one of these corners. I'm gonna gamble and say left. See, that's what every speedrunner of this game hates at that level, because you always go for it. That was actually, that is basically the best RNG if it's in that corner. But since it's not, we're gonna have to push it out. If you mess up, you have to leave the room and walk back in. Alrighty. Now there are only 4 possible solutions, and in the room prior to this, you actually are given the number code that will tell you what you need to do, and based on what number you get, you know which one you need to put in here. And in this particular instance, the code will be 253. And it will open up and give me the other, well, part of the vaccine I need for Jill. So there are 4 codes. It's either 253, 531 for that side of the room, and 104 and 325 for the other side. So again, when you run this game, you already know all the solutions. Now we're going to go to the basement. And so we have nothing down here as well. And that means when we come back out, we're going to have 2 hunters. But this guy's not too bright, so we're just going to run behind him. All right. So we grab that, and now we're going to go place this little stuff right here. Are y'all enjoying this run? I hope you all are. It's totally not Mario Brothers, but, you know. And we're going to place this down here. Now, there's a little simple puzzle. The goal is to make the left and right bars equal each other. And you can do so by choosing 1, 3, and alpha. And they will equal and give you the last part of the vaccine base you need. And now with all that together, now it's time to get back to Jill. And I'm sure that will be an easy task, right? So we're just going to get up. I did not mean to run that far back. Good God. So we're going to run behind him. He's still not too bright. But we will have hunters out here now. Listen closely. All right. So until you actually hear footsteps, if you hear footsteps, they're not dead. So now we're going to go back out. We're going to go to the first floor, but now we're going to have zombies here because we had hunters there. All right. That's enough shooting. So we're just basically backtracking out of the whole building now. And we're headed back to jail. But, oh no, someone has booby-trapped the hospital. I have 6 seconds to get out, or 7. And, of course, the explosion has been edited for broadcast. And let's continue. So now it's just a matter of getting better. And, of course, somebody is not happy. I wonder who it might be. So, again, we're just making our way back to jail now. Watching out for... Wow, that was kind of close there. So, yeah. There he is. He's mad. So right here, the goal is to get back to Jill first. If he gets to Jill first, the game is over. Well, Jill dies. So, and which means game over for you. So now we're back to her. Put it all together. And use, and now that takes care of the Carlos segment. So Jill's all fine now. She's making strange sounds, and let's go. So we're going to pick up the lockpick and the lighter now. Okay, those are the things I want to have on me. But Nemesis is not done yet. So we're just going to juke him. And we're just going to run. So we're basically going the same path that Carlos just came from. But unfortunately, we have company behind us en route. So here's that music. There's Nemi. So anyway, here we go. So this time though, however, we need the lockpick to go in here. As you can see, the hospital's all jacked up. Alrighty, so now we're in here simply, honestly, just to get this. Now because it's a marathon setting, and I know I want to be smart here, we're actually going to use an ink ribbon. I don't ever do this. But I'm just going to save here, which I have, yeah, don't forget 15, y'all. That's just a safety save in case I do something stupid. All right, we're going to pick up some more of this. We're going to put away these silly ink ribbons because who uses ink ribbon? Okay, I did not mean to take out the knife. All right, safety first, right? All right, y'all, so now we're going to traverse to the next part of the map. We're going to hug the wall here. And welcome to Raccoon Park, y'all. All right, so in this screen, we can have hunters or worms. Cool. The next screen, we could have zombies or hunters. We have zombies, so we're just going to body him. Not like you either. And one more. All right, in the next screen, we could have hunters or dogs. Dogs is desirable. Hunters are scary. So one thing about this, when you're in caution, hunters can one-hit kill you. Can you? Yeah, I don't want them that close. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. But anyway, let's go. So yeah, whenever you're in caution, hunters can decapitate you instantly and kill you. So, but I'm still fine right now. So life is good. I'm just gonna pick up a little health over here just to play it a little cautiously. So there's always health over here. There's always 3 green, which is all I need. Honest, all I need is 2. That puts us back at full health, so life is good. So we have a little static puzzle here. This one's not too hard because if you, the goal is to actually drain the. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1. I know this. I know the fountain is pretty and all, but yeah. So the little solution shows you how to move the gears, the black and white gears. You have to do it in exactly 6 moves. That's the whole point of it. All right. So what we're doing now is actually making our way to the next part of the map. So this path where those hunters were is actually blocked at the end. And the key I need is all the way through this part. And this is also leading up to our next required fight of the game, our second of 4. So we did need all the stuff we grabbed earlier, the rod and whatnot. But first what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 bees here. Okay, we're going to combine those together. We're going to grab this big stick. All right, because I'm playing it a little bit on the cautious side here, we're going to grab this first aid. All right, now we're going to combine these 2 bees together, mix them with our grenade rounds to make some nice gold rounds, or aka acid rounds. But first, it's time to play arson. So we're going to light the fireplace. And this, of course, will burn whatever was out the way. And now we discard it. That's our last use. And now we do a little cardio. Put your hip into it, Jill. That's right. Use them legs. That's right. Use them hips. All right. So we're going to play Follow the Leader and go up in there. Now we're in here. We're going to grab some more ammo. And we're going to grab that sparkly key off the table. That's the gate key to get out of this whole area. But we're going to go back. Get interrupted, and now we're going to load up our acid rounds for our next fight. Alrighty, so here we go. So coming up is our next fight here. You can one-cycle this, but I'm not that good. So we're going to wait, and so here's the grave digger. What we just saw earlier is back. So we're going to use our acid rounds, and so we're going to wait for him to come out. So if he goes in the ground, he does this kind of strange cycle. Where we just run and then go back. He'll do that 2 more times. Alrighty. And now we went from the spawn out. Okay, he's over here by the exit, which is cool. And that's it for him. So normally in this fight, if you're in this fight way too long, what happens is that if you run out of ammunition or something, the light pole will actually fall down, and you have to basically get him in there and electrocute him with the water. That's how that works. If you don't have any ammo or you get too low, and you basically have to kind of ride the fight out until that part happens. All right. So now that we have that done, we're going to go back now. And as I said, the key we just got from in that little cabin, we're going to go back past where those hunters were and get about this part of the map. So he's going to be here, and well, I thought I was going to shoot him. So we're just going to run through all this stuff here. The hunters are going to be on the next screen, but we should be able to just run. They should just jump right over me. They should just jump over me right here. Not this one. The next one should jump over me. Oh, never mind. I don't know what he's doing. He's over there observing the flowers or something. Fine with me. But thank you, Onel. How you doing? So here we go. Another interaction of Nemesis. And of course, we're going to choose the option to either push the monster off or jump off. Again, in these cutscenes, we always choose the top option in the speed run, which is generally the fastest one in every single scenario. Okay, so now we're in the final part of the game here, and Carlos is just having a bad day here. We're gonna pick up more first aids. We're gonna pick up this over here. I'm gonna actually get rid of the lockpick here. All right, so let's do a little cheesing here. So you're supposed to put the steam out here in order to gain access to this control panel. But what I'm going to do is actually cheese it. Because you can get close enough to it when you flip that second switch and actually activate it without actually doing it as intended. You're supposed to be running all around this thing and turning off steam, but we ain't got time for that. So now we're going to turn the steam off and get back out of here. And here we go. So with that being said, we're going to just hug the wall and run behind this guy. And shouts out to iOmega Zip Disk. We're going to grab our iOmega Zip Disk right here. Now we're going to actually leave the room and come back because there are actually zombies in there, but it moves them out the way. As you can see, it instantly puts him right there, which is great. All right, the next room coming up could have slow zombies, worms, the grasshoppers, or hunters. And that was probably the worst position of that thing there. The wacky, waving, flailing, and tubular mains. Next screen can be hunters or either zombies or worms. Worms is obviously desired. Okay. Now, we actually need a little inventory space right now. Because we need to make a lot of stuff here. So I'm actually gonna put this down. We're gonna grab all that a little bit later. Actually, I didn't mean to put that down. What I just wait. Okay, yeah, let's keep that. All right, y'all. For those who don't know what's coming up, it's time for the infamous water table puzzle. One of the hardest puzzles in this game, casually trying to figure it out. But of course, when you know how the game is designed, it's actually pretty free. So we're gonna grab that water sample and observe this puzzle. The goal is to look at the top. In fact, I'll point it out. That top two line, that L Tetris piece there, that basically means high and low. Looking at that first one, we know exactly how to move all the other things. The A, B, and C must add together to equal the height of the top line. So when you have this pattern, we're going to take A and move A left 1. We go back, go to B, move B left 2. Then we go to C and move C right 2. And apparently I need to go sell a stock. So now they all equal each other. That will unlock the door, another part of the map. Green lights. And now that we have that done, let's go make some magic here. So we need to make some stuff here. So we need to make some C's here. We're going to make two B's here. Take this out. Take that and that. That and that. Mix these together. Mix that with that. There we go. Put that with that. And let's go. And because we have extra left over, we're going to grab this A. I don't know why I didn't do them all together. All right, cool. We got plenty of ammunition now for our next fight. And we're going to pick up first aid because, well, cool. Alrighty, you all. So we're getting close to the end of the game now. And we're going to pick up the stuff we put down a little earlier. Just because we need the inventory slots to move things around. So we're going to pick up our key, our zip disk, and I think we're all set. Yep, let's go. So now it's time to get back. And again, we're going to go to that... Ow, 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 I got worms in my chest. Okay, I want to be careful on this next screen. Can you please... Wow, that was close. So we get past the wacky, waving, flailing, and tubular mains. We should be able to hug the wall and be perfectly fine. Alrighty. So now we're going to head to that door, which is going to be to the left of the elevator. We're going to watch out for this guy. And goodbye. So we're going to go ahead and load up those frost rounds we just made. And it's time to use our zip disk, you all. So once we insert our zip disk, we'll be put into a cutscene and head to our third of 4 required fights. As they call it garbage nimmy.
Proceeding with operation in treatment room. Please evacuate immediately.
So again, if you do not finish this fight before the timer runs out, well, you know what happens. You get a 1-up. More like a 1 down. So this little forced little cutscene kind of shows you what you need to do. So Nemesis is continuously to mutate into new body parts and whatnot, and he basically will kind of self-body himself by hitting this little lever, causing the acid to spew all over him. But we're not going to do that way. We're going to kill him with our rounds here. First of all, I missed the shot. Yeah, missing shots is not good strats. So I'm gonna hit him 4 times, and then he'll fall. Okay, we're gonna run over here and hit him 4 more times. And again, we're gonna back up just so we can stay up his reach here. And 1 more shot, and dude, that was really close. I almost got slapped. So again, with that being done, now alternatively, the way they want you to do it is to basically hit the switch, make Nemesis hit the switch, and then he bodies himself, which is faster when it's done optimally. But I'm not optimal. So anyway, with that being said, it's time to get up out of here. So more Star Trek fake ground shaking motions.
All personnel evacuate.
And of course, you know what happens. Everything's about to blow up. All right, I'm just watching my health here. So what we're going to do here is I have a little bit less health than less ammo than I really want to have here. So we're just going to kind of hug around here. Dude, do you see my man walking here? Get off my back. Get off my back. Did you see the other zombie zip? I think dude, my man clipped into the little control panel behind me. And just like zipped backwards or something, man. Alright, so I just want to keep my health up here. And we're going to make our way to the final fight here. So we're going to use our little pass card here. And we're just going to hug the left wall here. That's really bad luck. I almost died right there. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of strange RNG because of how I moved earlier in the game. Typically, they do not hug that left wall, but it's all good. Now, based on how this run is going, I don't have enough ammo to do a lot of damage on Nemesis, so the last fight is going to be a little bit monka. But if I recall correctly, there's some ammo in this room somewhere. If I recall correctly, there's some ammo in this room somewhere. I think there's some ammo in this room somewhere. Oh, never mind. That's not the ammo I want. Anyway, let's go.
Warning.
Warning my foot. Alright, so watch your step here. Yep, that's exactly how to watch your step there. So anyway, coming up is our final fight here. So we're gonna watch a step here. Now I'm not gonna be able to do this fight as fast as I want because I don't have a lot of extra ammo. But anyway, the first thing is we in the final boss room. We're gonna actually talk to the world's most depressing computer.
Checking system. Checking data.
Mm-hmm.
Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
So this gigantic rail can obviously need some batteries, and I don't have any double A's, so we're gonna have to use these giant ones on the ground instead. So of course we gotta push them all in because for some reason they're always not inserted, right?
Battery connected.
And you know what happens now. So my man Nemesis will not give up, and if you watch, you're gonna see him kind of grow here. He's gonna get kind of thick as he begins to expand. Yeah, Nemesis is basically made of yeast. So as he is kind of mad now, we must continue to push in all the remaining batteries. So that way we'll power up the light cannon. The light cannon must give him the final attack. Now I can lower his HP, and it has to be at 200 or less for the light cannon to actually kill him. Alright. So we're gonna, so on the first time it fires, it's gonna clear a path in the room that eventually I will have to draw Nemesis in to kill him. So again, I don't have a lot of ammo here, so it's gonna be more of a kind of a run around and just stay alive for a while here. Alright, as I get acid to the face here. So we're gonna kind of aim up here. So he's on the ground now. Alright, so we're going to use all the remaining ammo I have, which is literally not that much. Okay, and our last bullet here. Alright, so now it's just a matter of staying alive. We're just going to kind of hide here in the corner. So now, normally when I have proper ammo, it will take, you can kill him on the next time this fires. If you don't have any ammo, then you let the thing kill him. So we're just going to get him in the path here. So the next time it shoots, it's going to deal damage. So right now he has 625 HP. It's going to take, I think, 3 more shots to kill him right now. So now he's down to 423, so yeah. So we're going to just make sure he stays in that path. As long as he's in that path, he'll take damage. Oh man, unfortunately it's going to take 2 more. He's down to 221. So again, this is kind of easy when you don't. All right, he's down to negative 183 health. But thanks to the way the game is programmed, you actually have to be above. He actually has 10,000 HP. So here's a final hit here. Yeah, so by the way, when you run this game, they have a thing called the speed run too that shows the enemy HP because everyone is allowed to use it. It basically reads the in-game memory. In fact, this game is timed using an auto splitter, which actually pulls in the in-game's timers, the health, the game timer, all that stuff. This game is done real time. I'm sorry, game time, not real time. So with that being said, it's time to leave. But first, you know what happens. Better than remake? No. I'm sorry, this is not better than remake. It's superiorly better than remake. We always choose the first option we can't PB. This is better than remake in my opinion so far. Here it comes, y'all.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
So, normally in the entire game, you will always choose the top option except here, which is just simply to leave. But the top option is to finish him off. And time is coming up right when I go through, when he says, Jill, over here. And?
Jill! Over here!
Over here! And ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, gentle ladies and men, that is Resident Evil 3 for the computer.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the president and the federal
Yeah, there you go, y'all. Resident Evil 3, the original one, played on the PC version, which I personally, after having playing, because it's a very common question, after playing Remake through, I haven't played all the difficulties, but I will say I do prefer this one probably a little bit better. There are some things that are not in Remake that are in this game, which I think may have been not the best. I'm getting a sense of deja vu right now. Maybe DLC will add more things, and I don't know, man, but there's nothing like playing the original RE3, my friends. I must say. Is there a reason it's faster? It simply is faster. The door skips. The biggest thing about the language is that the game is faster in Taiwanese. The door skip, you can skip the cutscenes. Again, for leaderboard standpoints, anything works, but like if you're playing PlayStation, and you sit through all the loading, we're talking about like 10 plus minutes of time saved just on transitions. I still be trying to get through halfway through the game right now, probably. But the enemies are actually weaker in this game, even though it's hard mode, ironically. Go figure. How does that even work? Yeah. But like you can play this on PSP, PlayStation, GameCube, and Game Boy. No, not Game Boy. But there you go, you all. So I hope y'all enjoyed that, my friends. I hope y'all continue to enjoy Retrothon. I'll be back on Sunday with Mario Land 2. Well, we'll have more fun with stars when we may sing the star song and stuff like that. Alrighty. So that sounds like it's time for me to go. So thank you all so much, and I will see you all later. And continue to enjoy this whole week long of Retrothon. All right. Until next time, be safe, be smart, stay clean, stay hydrated, and no mames.